Mike Radich here, and I'm now joined on the phone by XFC Fighter Marianna Kheyfets. Marianna, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you, Mike?
I'm doing good. Marianna, in your last fight, you defeated Molly Hellcell at XFC 14. How did you feel about your performance in the fight?
I think I did all right. I did some of the things that I was working on, and some of the things I didn't do. But overall, I would give, if I was to grade it, I would give it a C. I'm happy to have come out with the win over such a veteran opponent like Molly. She's a tough opponent, but there's definitely a lot of room for improvement.
What exactly was the game plan going in that fight, and did you execute it properly and you just didn't get the finish? What exactly went wrong that you thought that you would give yourself a C? What exactly did you not like about how you performed?
Just looking back on it, overall, my movement, I wasn't moving enough. I was sloppy in the first round, threw a sloppy kick. She took me down off of it. I wasn't explosive enough getting up in the first round. So she won that round, and then second and third round I got more comfortable. I didn't keep my hands up, which I have a tendency to drop them sometimes, so I wasn't happy about that. But the second round I got more comfortable, and I was able to outbox her. But just little mistakes that I made here and there that I'm definitely looking to improve on.
Your next fight is going to be against Clarke at XFC 16. How has training been going for that fight?
Oh, I've been having a great training camp, doing everything the right way, really making a lot of sacrifices this time around, and looking forward to seeing the results in the cage. I'm really excited for this one. It's going to be a fight of the night, I predict.
You've had only 4 fights, but of those 4 fights, is Clarke the best opponent you've faced based off what you've seen from her? I mean, I know you'll be able to say better after the fight, but based off what you've seen from her, is she the best opponent you've fought thus far?
Yeah, I do think so. She's dangerous. She's well-rounded. She's dangerous everywhere. She comes from a great camp. She has a good record. She trains with a lot of great training partners. So I think she's going to be my toughest opponent yet, and I'm looking forward to the challenge.
This is going to be the first time in a little while. I know you've had one fight outside of Florida, but is that going to be anything different with traveling to a different state to fight? Because I know you fought one time in Connecticut. Is it going to be a little bit different having to travel for a fight as opposed to just being at home and fighting? Is it going to be a little bit different?
Well, the other fights that I had in Florida, I was actually living in Connecticut, so I was traveling to Florida, even though Florida's like my second home. So I'm used to it. I don't think it's going to have any effect on it. I like to travel. I like to meet new people and see new places, so I'm excited about Tennessee.
I know you can't reveal too much, but what will your game plan be going into this fight?
I want to dominate every facet of the game. I'm not a one-sided fighter, and I've learned a lot. Every fight, every training camp, I'm learning. I'm like a baby in the sport. That's the way I look at it right now. Just started my career, so I'm really developing my game all around. So I would like to dominate and impose my will in every facet of the game. So my game plan is to go out there and have fun and dominate in every way.
When you got into the sport, you started training because you wanted to get in better shape. When did you realize that you wanted to compete in this sport, just not doing it for a hobby as training? When did you decide that you wanted to actually pursue this as a career?
Well, I wasn't sure on it in the beginning when I started. I got offered the Kim Couture fight because I was doing Muay Thai, amateur Muay Thai before that. So I really didn't have any plans for MMA. It was just a thought, maybe down the road I would try it. And then I got offered the Kim Couture fight. And then after that, having the good results, I took another fight and another one, and then I realized, listen, this is more than a hobby now. I really have to take it seriously, and that's why I moved back down to Florida and quit my job, and I'm training 2 or 3 times a day now. So I would say after my second fight, I realized that I have a future in the sport.
Is this your second training camp that you'll be a full-time fighter, or is it your third? What exact number is this for you being a full-time fighter?
My first, to be honest. My last training camp, I only had 2 weeks. So I moved down to Florida, and then 2 weeks later I fought Molly. So it really wasn't a full camp. I just came down and had 2 weeks of training, and then I fought. So my first full training camp, and I'm so excited to see all the hard work pay off.
You fight at 125, and a lot of the women that are in this sport now have all come together really and have now competed at 135. Is there any plan for you to go up in weight, or what exactly is the plan here? Because there's a lot of women at 135 now, and it's becoming the biggest division in the sport for women. Is there any plan on going there?
No, I'm just way too small for 35. Like, I fought King Couture at 35. I didn't cut any weight for that. I just came in and stepped on the scale, and had a lot of body fat on me at that fight. So I'm best at 125. I put on some muscle. I'm stronger now. I don't plan on moving up at all. If anything, it would be moved down, but at this point, I'm not planning on it. So 125 is my hope.
Are you exclusive to the XFC, or could you take a fight anywhere?
I did sign a contract with the XFC, so that's my home base. But I can fight outside with their permission. So I will take the majority of my fights with the XFC, but here and there, let's say if there's like a lapse of, lack of shows or something, then I can fight outside.
I know you have to focus on Heather Clarke because that's your next fight, obviously, but is there anyone else that's on your radar?
No, I really take it one fight at a time. I'm not at the point yet where I'm, calling people out or anything like that. Like I said, I feel like I'm a baby in the sport, and every fight I have to go out and prove myself, and just one fight at a time. Heather Clarke is not someone to be taken lightly, so, I'm just worried about her.
You fought 2 times in 2010, you fought 2 times in 2011. Do you plan on taking more fights this year?
Yes, I plan on taking 3 or 4 fights this year.
What is your prediction for the fight against Heather Clarke?
My prediction is second round TKO KO.
Real quick before I let you go, do you have any sponsors you'd like to thank? Anything you want to say to the fans?
I've had a really great training camp, and I want to shout out my coaches, Marcos D'Amata, Maddie Cedrone, my sparring partners at American Top Team, Palm Beach Boxing. I have really good sponsors, Swole Nutrition, Brawl and Wall Apparel, Focus Tanning, Powerhouse Gym, and a few more that I'll shout out, after the fight. But it's a lot of people coming out and supporting me in the XFC, really, putting a lot of trust in me and belief in me, and I'm so blessed right now to be at the stage where I'm at in the beginning of my career, and to have a platform like HGNet to be able to go out there and compete. So, I really feel like I'm just so blessed in the sport to be able to have pretty much all my fights televised and be able to get people excited about women's MMA.
Marianna, thank you for taking the time to talk. I really appreciate it. Good luck at XFC 16 against Heather Clarke.
Thank you. Appreciate you.